Hello, hello. I hope you can hear me.
Hello.
I'm not really sure yet what wants to come through, but I know something wants to come through. And if this message found you, I'm so honored to meet you. I feel like what I am feeling so far, without really knowing how to articulate it, is this message is really for those who feel like they're in the void. They're in the void. You just don't know what's next. And with that comes a lot of pressure. And even the word pressure, I've been hearing a lot lately. And I have mixed feelings about that word, because I do agree that through the pressure is how diamonds are born, right? But at the same time, as humans, we go through so much unsolicited pressure. 111, as I said that. We have so much pressure from society to be what we actually don't want to be, or do what we actually don't want to do. But we do it because we're taught from a very young age that we have to self-sacrifice. And I feel like as humanity, as a collective, we're at this tipping point where we're starting to understand we can no longer outsource our safety. So if this message has found you, it's because you are sick and tired of outsourcing your safety. Financially, which is a big one, but also energetically. It's time to come home to yourself. And the only way to do that is by showing up every single day for yourself, even if that is the smallest thing ever. A lot of us want to show up at 100% all the time, but that's not doable. Not always, because we are humans. I mean, we're more than humans, but this is the human journey. And the human journey is about growth. Gradual growth. And that growth happens when we decide to show up even messy. So I'm taking a vow, and this is a vow that I keep breaking out of my own limitations, but my vow is to show up here for the next 30 days and speak truth, to speak light, to speak even curiosity of the journey of becoming your highest potential. There's so much that goes into that. Mentally, especially. It is a daily battle to win over your own mind. And it's the greatest battle I think we're ever going to fight. We are warriors of our own mental limitations. And it's a challenge. But I don't know about tongue twist. I don't know about you, but I don't really like to fight. I don't like competition so much. I believe there's more than enough to go around. So you ask me to win, I'm like, I'll win if I win, but I'm okay losing too. Does anyone else feel that? And it's not to say that I don't believe that I'm worthy of winning. I just don't have it in me to claim something that I know is already mine. Does that make sense? Because I know I'm already a winner before I even win. And it's up to me to take those action steps to make my version of success happen. But in that, you have to be so proud of yourself for even showing up on that 5%, on that 15% versus 100, because there's always going to be voices around you telling you that you're not doing it correctly, or you're not adding enough pressure, or whatever the heck. But at the end of the day, if you know your strength levels and you're showing up, at whatever capacity you're showing up. Be proud of that capacity. And with time, it will get better and easier. But for now, I want you to celebrate the fact that you even clicked play on this video. That's you choosing your infinite potential. That's you getting curious of your capacity and what that means to you. And it takes true bravery to keep showing up for yourself on those hard days while you're in the void. And just to give you some context example, I think maybe you should learn who's sitting in front of you a little bit, so we can, together let go of the walls of protection. Because if you're here, you've had to protect yourself. You had to protect yourself from the people that you thought you would never have to protect yourself from. And with that, there's a lot of feels to that, a lot of emotions, right? I really believe before we can channel and really be of service to others, we really need to first take accountability for where we are not taking accountability. And for me, that's anger. I have a lot of anger towards specific family members who are choosing to leave me out in the cold in one of my hardest moments in life. And it's hard because at the end of the day, it is still blame, right? Outside of yourself. Yes, what is happening is not fair. And your inner child is kicking and screaming and just not understanding how someone can do that to you. But at the same time, from a very energetic point of view, it's like we all come into this life knowing the mission our soul is going to go through. We chose our parents, we chose our siblings, we've chosen our purpose, and we've chosen our path. And with that means there's a lot of lessons that are going to be shown to you, but also lived. You're going to live through lots of lessons. And I think the part of being shown the lesson is when we accept the discomfort, when we accept the cards that we've chosen for ourselves, aka have been given to us in this lifetime. And the ultimate question is, how long are you going to let the things that aren't fair get you down? When will you use those circumstances, those adversities to your benefit? And there's a process of discovering that. And first is being honest with your emotions. So I believe that anger is very sacred. We must first feel it and befriend it before we can channel it into acceptance. So if you're here, most likely, you're feeling all the anger, all the injustice in your life. And you just want to roar. You want to roar like the lion that you are. You want to feel it for a second, For a second, you want to sit there and you want to feel it. And where the work comes, the true work of winning over your mind and your circumstances, is noticing the anger as a feeling, as a moment in time, but not allowing yourself to be defined by that anger or be defined by the circumstances that are ultimately here to catapult you into your destiny path if you allow it to. But a lot of us, we're just kicking and screaming of not being where we want to be. But the truth is, in order to get to that destination, we really have to be radically honest where we're in our own way. And even, holding on to that anger and blaming your external world for too long is you not taking accountability for alchemy, that you hold the power to take that adversity and flip it into your university. Because it is a lesson. It is a blessing. And it's tough stuff. It's tough freaking stuff. So hopefully I'm saying something of value here. And this is one of those messages where I'm playing ping pong out loud with you. I don't know, is it landing? I don't know, you tell me. But I can tell you that I'm done. I'm done playing small. I'm done outsourcing my safety. I am done pretending that I don't know when I know. I'm done having people gaslight me. I am done not living in my purpose due to allowing these gaslit narratives take me down. I'm done not taking responsibility for the life that I want to live. And yeah, if you're feeling that, you're in the right place. And together we're going to become our infinite potential through accepting our circumstances that we've chosen for ourselves and finding gratitude in the simplicity of where we're at. We're not where we want to be yet, but as long as we continue showing up every single day, 24 hours at a time, in the energy of gratitude and calling our power back every single time that another challenge comes and tests us. It's a little tongue twister. I actually heard recently that a testimony has the word test in it, right? You got to be tested to build that testimony. Are you going to let the naysayers win? Or will you rise above it and use their narrative of distortion to fuel your power? And sometimes the answer, honestly, is you just want to be defeated. You want to sit in the void. You want to just be defeated. Sometimes we just got to surrender so that we don't surrender. Healing is non-linear. It's also a paradox because it's both truths can exist in one action, It's in order to heal, you got to get real. In order to heal, you got to take action. In order to heal, you got to not only see the light, but you got to see the shadows. There's this 2-in-1 dance that takes place when you choose to rise. Because to be a light worker, you're also a shadow worker. You got to know the depths of your shadows to strengthen your light. So I'm going to keep this message short and sweet, but I'm taking a vow to get out of my own personal darkness and to share the space with you and just show up and give value by using my voice, by using my energy that I know is wealthy and abundant. I have so much wisdom to give. You know why? Because I failed so much. If you don't fail, you can't be a mentor. So I'm hoping that I can teach you where I probably could have done better, but I have no regrets because without that lesson, I wouldn't understand the sovereignty of the blessing, right? Every failure, every step out of alignment teaches you how to be more aligned and more embodied. So we can hold grudges as much as we want towards people, places, and things. But the longer we hold that, the longer we're blocking our own path to alchemy. So for today, I ask us just to get radically honest. What emotion is holding you back? How can you create space for this emotion, not from judgment, but from a nurturing space of like, okay, if anger is showing up, if guilt is showing up, if fear is showing up, how can you befriend it? Tell it to sit down beside you and to give you a message, to speak to you. What part of you is holding on to this emotion or this circumstance or this story? And what does that part need to move to the next level? Maybe that part of you needs to yell, needs to scream, needs to cry, needs to journal, needs to dance, needs to go to a safe space where your feelings can be heard. Because oftentimes we're holding all these emotions, but we don't let them flow because we don't want to be a burden to someone else, or we don't want to take accountability for them, or we just don't want to feel that pain anymore because actually bypassing it is safer. So we think, right? Because whatever we don't deal with eventually comes up to the surface. Our emotions is like a sleeping volcano. If you don't feel it now, you will feel it in 10 years from now. You will feel it in 20 years from now, 5 years from now, maybe even sooner. Emotions are a gift more than they are a burden. But the reason why they are a burden is because we don't know how to holistically hold space for them. And I really want to show you how you can do that. So in the next 30 days, we are going to learn together how to choose safety through nervous system regulation, through the art of self-discovery and asking ourselves tough questions. Questions that are actually quite simple, right? Like, how do I feel today? What do I need today? What can I do for myself today to feel love versus fear? How can I hold my inner child so my adult self can get more things done today, right? Simple questions that require bold truth. So, for today, let's just get curious on where we're feeling stuck. What is our limitation? Tomorrow, we'll go into an embodiment practice to move through this. But today, let's just get radically honest. What is stopping you? If you feel called, type it down below. Claim it, because we're in this together. Sometimes we just need an accountability buddy to be like, yes, I'm feeling angry. Me too. Oh my gosh, I'm not alone in that. Claim the emotion that's blocking you. And together, let's turn that into the emotion that's actually going to create your dream life. I hope this was of value. My name is Mystic Maya, by the way, and I'm here to facilitate soul remembrance, to talk about the things that we just put under the rug. Like, let's just freaking talk about it. Because once we talk about it, once we get clear, it's not that scary anymore. Okay? So I think that's it for today. Thanks for being here. If you haven't followed the space yet, or subscribe, join the tribe, comment, activate this space so others on a similar journey can find the message. But overall, I trust that the message is going to find you through the algorithm, because it is my prayer that those who are feeling in the sacred void, those who are feeling stuck and want to find solutions, to become clear, to become just like activated in their purpose through the adversity that they're going through. Like, this is for you. This is your space, because we are going to get PhD in alchemy. Okay? See you tomorrow.